I have 5 great minimalist travel backpacks I want to share with you. They're all under 1 kilogram or about 2 pounds. They all have a laptop compartment and they're all carry-on sized. I chose these packs because they're all in the 30 to 35 liter range, which I believe is the sweet spot for minimalist travel. I believe anybody can travel the world out of a small carry-on backpack, and this channel is dedicated to helping you do that. A lot of airlines have strict rules for the weight and dimensions on carry-on bags, and they'll charge you hefty fees if you go over. But with one of these minimalist packs, it'll be much easier for you to meet the 7 kilogram rule, allowing you to fly almost any budget airline in the world. These backpacks are all about the same size. 2 of them are duffel style packs, 2 of them are panel opening bags, and then 1 of them is a clamshell style, like a suitcase. Starting left to right, I have the Osprey Arcane Duffel and the Gregory Compass, both 30 liter packs, the Arcido Faroe 35, the Cabin Zero ADV Pro 32 liter pack, and the MEC Vapour Overnighter at 33 liters. I'll give you a quick overview on each of the features on these packs, then I'll pack them all up with a full set of gear so you can see what they look like full and how much each bag can hold. I'm not going to rattle off the dimensions, but I'll include the full specs in the description below. But note that I chose all these bags because they're all carry-on sized for a majority of airlines. They represent a spectrum between cabin luggage and personal items. On the upper end are these 2 bags, the Arcido Faroe and the MEC Vapour Overnighter, both almost full-size carry-on packs. While these packs being a little bit smaller, the Osprey Arcane, Compass 30, and Cabin Zero ADV Pro, these are much closer to personal item packs. You could probably fit all 3 of these under the seat on an airplane, depending on how full they are. All 5 of these packs use great lightweight materials in their construction. They're going to be on the thinner side of what you find in most travel backpacks, which is understandable considering that these are minimalistic packs and weight is a major consideration. The Osprey, the Arcido, and the Cabin Zero all use a mid-weight 500 denier nylon or polyester fabric, while the Gregory here uses a slightly thinner 420 denier nylon. The MEC is the odd pack out here with a 210 denier ripstop on the front, sandwiched between this TPU laminate on the back. They seal all the seams here, so this gives you almost virtually 100% waterproof pack. An interesting consideration to the material on these packs is how well it holds up the shape of the pack. One of the downfalls of a thin fabric is it could lead you to having a floppy pack. If there's not a lot of structure or an internal frame sheet, you're going to be relying on your gear to give shape to the bag. The Arcido and the Gregory are 2 of the floppiest packs here. They keep their shape fine when they're fully packed, but empty, it's really just this back padding that gives the bag structure. The Arcane Duffel has a thin piece of foam on the front here, which helps keep the bag open when you're packing it, and this firm back padding here actually lets this bag keep some decent shape even when it's empty. And then the Cabin Zero, this thing will flop down pretty easily in the horizontal direction, but it holds its shape really well in the vertical direction, has a really thick back padding here. And really, if you just put a couple items in here, it poofs out and it keeps its shape really well. And then the Vapour Overnighter, this thing has almost no internal structure. It doesn't even have a liner on the inside of the fabric. It's just this thin piece of firm foam on the back, but using some sort of magic wizardry, this thing manages to keep almost 100% of its shape, even when it's completely empty. And then a quick note on waterproofness. The Cabin Zero and the Arcido have a thin, water-resistant coating, which is going to help repel a little bit of rain, but these are nowhere near waterproof packs. The Osprey here and the Gregory have no waterproof lining, waterproof zippers, or anything at all. And then the magical MEC Vapour Overnighter. If you don't mind the crinkly fabric, this thing has 100% waterproof fabric, it has sealed seams, and then these very, very water-resistant zippers, which by the way are also great. They have a large number 8 YKK on the exterior pocket with these awesome little zipper pulls. It's this thin nylon strap with this heat shrink tube webbing. It's a really lightweight, minimalist, great way to open the zippers. And then as an added bonus, they have these same great zipper pulls on all the interior number 5 YKK zips. The rest of these packs all have great zippers too, YKK, 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 and YKK. The main difference is going to be the size. The Cabin Zero and Arcane Duffel both use these huge number 10 zippers on the exterior pockets, and then smaller number 8s and 5s on all the interior zippers. Gregory zippers are all solid, mostly number 8s on the exterior, number 5 on the interior. They have these really solid, very long nylon cord zipper pulls. And then the Arcido zippers are all solid YKK, but they're all really tiny. They use number 5s on everything, especially this exterior compartment, which is a little bit smaller than most people are used to. And then the Cabin Zero is the only pack that has these true locking zippers. I don't think this is really that big of a deal. All these other packs, you can easily just lock the zipper pulls together using either a standard TSA lock or over here, you can use one of these little micro locks. Both of them work on all these packs. The hardware on these packs is kind of all over the place. The Osprey and the Cabin Zero have the best hardware by far. The Arcane Duffel uses these awesome custom aluminum clips, buckles, and adjusters throughout the pack. They look great, they're lightweight, hardware sturdy, and awesome because they match the zippers. The ADV Pro uses these beefy nylon adjusters, buckles throughout the entire pack. This is basically the highest quality plastic hardware that you can get. The rest of these packs all use a lighter weight plastic hardware. It's all decent, minimalist. The only hardware on the Vapour Overnighter and the Arcido is these one plastic adjusters on the backpack straps. Gregory uses this cheaper off-brand Nifco hardware and all their buckles and adjusters, and this is noticeably less quality than the hardware in all the other packs. I think it's worth mentioning that Gregory was bought out by Samsonite in 2014. I don't think this is a low quality pack by any means. They used good fabric, YKK zips, and the bag is well constructed. But I do have to wonder if their choice in off-brand hardware is anyway a reflection in the change of ownership from a technical outdoor brand to a luggage company. The exterior components in these packs is pretty simple. With the exception of the ADV Pro, there's not much going on the outside of these packs. This is one of the major differences between these lightweight packs and some of the heavier travel backpacks you'll see. As you start to cut weight, you're gonna start to lose features. You're gonna be losing exterior organization. You might be losing a water bottle pocket or compression straps, and you're gonna be slimming down the backpack carry systems. The Arcane Duffel, the Gregory Compass, and the Vapour Overnighter have no exterior organization except for one small top slash pocket. It's small in both the Arcane Duffel and the MEC. It's kind of your standard top slash pocket, large enough for sunglasses, maybe a charger, notebook, that sort of thing. The pocket on the Gregory is quite a bit larger. Kind of reminds me more like a brain pocket on a travel backpack. You can fit a ton of gear in this thing. And in addition to the pocket, it also has a small little mesh zipper and a little key leash in here. And then the Faroe actually has two slash pockets on the top. This front one has a small zipper, but you can see this pocket is actually really huge. You can fit a ton of gear in there. And then a smaller slash pocket on the back of the bag. It's got a decent size, goes down to about here. Good for small, thinner items like notebooks, but be careful with chargers because they're going to leave a lump in your back. And then the Faroe has an additional, kind of what we call a tech compartment on the back of this bag. It's kind of a minimalist organizational pocket, this small mesh sleeve. It has a couple little pen and pencil dividers, and then this long other kind of panel divider here with a Velcro strap. Cabin Zero has a slash pocket. It's really tiny. That's me putting my finger all the way up to the end, like maybe a pair of sunglasses in there. Pretty small. But this is the only bag with this true kind of front organizational compartment. It's pretty nice. It has a couple inches of its own volume, so when you pack stuff in here, it's not going to be eating into the main compartment. It has some good pockets in here, little mesh sleeve here, small organizational pocket here, and then unfortunately, this is also where the laptop compartment is going to be located. This has the smallest laptop of all these packs. All the other ones can hold up to a 15-inch laptop. This can hold up to a 14. It's a little bit too small for my 15-inch Dell. I can kind of get part of it in there, but it's not going to fit. It just doesn't go all the way down, and it's going to stick out quite a bit on the top. This is a decent sleeve. It has a thin padding on the front and the back. It doesn't go all the way to the bottom, so it's going to protect your laptop here. But unfortunately, the placement on this thing is just not great. It's not great for weight distribution, and having your laptop on the front of the pack like this isn't going to offer great protection up here in the front corners. The only consolation I can see to this pocket is because it's really not that big. You can't fit a huge heavy laptop in here, which actually makes it a pretty decent location for a small little tablet or e-reader. MEC placed the laptop compartment on this bag right in the middle of the pack. It's completely different than most bags, which are either going to be on the back or the front. This thing is located on this flap set square between the middle of these two compartments. I don't have a problem with this configuration. I think it's a good placement. It keeps your laptop away from the top and the bottom. It's protected on all sides, and it's still easy to access this thing from the exterior without having to get into the inside of the pack. The Faroe has a laptop sleeve located in the tech compartment in the back of the bag. I think they did a good job here creating an adjustable sleeve that offers a lot of padding, good protection without taking up a lot of room in the pack. This thing will hold up to a 15-inch laptop, and it's fully adjustable. Basically just put your laptop in here and then move these things down to fit whatever size of laptop you need. It's easy to get to from the outside of the pack, also without having to readjust it every time. Just open the top and your laptop will just slide right out. The Arcane Duffel and the Compass 30 have virtually identical laptop sleeves, side access zippers, located on the back of the bag behind the backpack straps. They're virtually identical in the setup. They'll both easily hold a 15-inch laptop. They both have really similar amount of padding on the back and the front, and then they're both sewn kind of in the middle of the pack, keeping them away from the top and the bottom and offering decent protection in the corners. As far as the rest of the features on these packs, the only bags that you're going to find an external water bottle pocket on are the Arcido Faroe and the Cabin Zero ADV Pro. These Faroe pockets are large and stretchy, and depending on how much stuff you have on the inside of the bag, you can fit a decently large water bottle in here. Pretty much any size that you can get in there. It's going to stay in there pretty good. It's probably not going to come out. And then because these things are made from this kind of stretchy, breathable mesh material, it also makes these pockets great for other items like sandals, wet clothes, etc. The ADV Pro has a pretty nice water bottle pocket out here. It has this little stretchy liner on the middle that's going to let this thing expand out to hold a pretty large water bottle. However, it's so ridiculously short that almost any size water bottle you put in here is really just going to pop right out. Fortunately, this thing has compression straps up here on the top that you can use to kind of cinch your water bottle in, or you can use it to clip it on there, keep it in place. And speaking of compression straps, this bag has two great beefy compression straps, two on either side of the bag. They work really good to squish this bag down, help keep it compact, help you save space. The only other pack that has compression straps is the Gregory Compass 30. These things do a good job to squish your bag down. However, they make the bag look pretty weird because they're located on the corners over here. I think it would look better and do a much better job of compression if they just went ahead and stuck them right here in the middle like most packs. However, these things have nice long straps, nice long tails in the straps, letting you open these things up really big so you can use them to store other items like a yoga mat or a beach towel or pretty much anything you want to put in here. Now my favorite part is the backpack carry systems. I'm not going to pretend like I don't think Cabin Zero has one of the best backpack carry systems on any bag I've ever tested, let alone one that's this lightweight. These shoulder straps are huge, they're wide, they're well padded with this dense foam material. They have holes punched in them, this fabric on the front and the back for breathability. They have good adjustability with these adjustable sternum straps and top load adjusters. The back padding is also great. These ridges sit at my back really well. They're firm, but they're comfortable. They have great air ventilation. They did a really good job with the backpack carry system on this bag. The Gregory and the Osprey are really similar backpack carries. The straps on the Arcane Duffel is a little bit thicker than the Gregory. It's a little bit thicker, squishier, padded. They both have kind of okay breathability in the back. Back padding is really similar, kind of the really similar amount of padding. This one kind of has some ridges here. This one has some ridges that run down this way. But all in all, really similar, mostly flat with not a whole lot of air ventilation. On the Faroe, the straps are really wide, wider than all these other packs. They're pretty thin though. They don't have a lot of breathability going on. They kind of have this squishy fabric on the front here, but the back padding, although it is quite thick, does have some air ventilation, ridges running down the back, but there's not really kind of any mesh fabric coating on the back to give you a lot of air breathability. And then last and maybe least is the MEC Vapour Overnighter. These are the thinnest straps out of all these backpacks, made out of a firm foam, pretty thin, with this kind of squishy mesh fabric on the back. It's the same material that's used on this kind of firm foam back paneling on this thing. There's not a whole lot of air ventilation, and there's no sternum strap or top load adjusters on this bag. There's not much going on with the carry handles in these bags. They're all decent, a little bit on the smallish side. This is probably not going to be the main way you carry any of these packs. On the ADV Pro over here and the Arcane Duffel, they both have top and side handles. The Gregory Compass has two handles, top and the bottom, with no side carry handles. And then the Faroe and the MEC Vapour only have this one top grab handle. And then it's worth mentioning the Arcane Duffel is the only one of these packs where you can stow away the backpack straps, unclip them from the bottom here, and stuff them in this top pocket. And that allows you to switch over to the crossbody shoulder strap mode. Clip it on with these gigantic aluminum buckles. It has just the right amount of padding for this size of bag, and it's a great way to carry this pack if you like to carry it in crossbody shoulder mode. If you want a mid-size, lightweight travel backpack, I think one of these bags is gonna work really well for most people. They're all in the 30 to 35 liter range. They're all lightweight, under 1 kilogram or about 2 pounds, and they all have laptop compartments. I'll include the full specifications to all these bags, as well as the packing list and links to individual reviews on these packs in the description below in case you want more information. And I hope you enjoyed this overview of these minimalist backpacks, and thanks for watching.